back on the boat, up on the jack stands.
Do you have a small container I can put bolts?
I do. I do. We got Gregory down here.
Yep. Working
on the engine.
Trying to do a good job.
Got it. Here we go. This will be our view for the next little while. Looks like they've finished blocking us. They're pulling the travel lift out of the way. Got things coming out already.
After a month waiting in the haul-out slip while all businesses were shut down due to the coronavirus, the boatyard finally got an exception as an essential business. We were amazed at how quickly everyone sprung into action to start on the boat projects. But I guess after weeks and weeks of them sitting at home too, they were ready to get back to work as well.
Probably what, 2 hours, Lindy?
Yeah.
Just a couple of hours. And he's got everything disconnected. Engine is ready to come out. I cannot believe this is going so fast. It's awesome. It's going to come right out here and go up and out. Amazing. We got the Dodger off and they've brought over this big forklift. Gregory's getting ready with the straps. That's what they're going to use to lift the engine out.
Keep in mind, the boat is our only home, and especially with the coronavirus in St. Maarten, we didn't have anywhere else to go. We had mentally prepared ourselves for living in the boat in total disarray, while the workers came and went daily during the boat projects.
Okay, keep swinging the same way. We need to be very careful now. Okay, stop. Up a little bit more. Okay, tell him back now. Up a little bit.
Wow. That is amazing. Crazy. This is wild. Wow. Hard to believe.
That's crazy.
Look at that. Oh, that's unbelievable. It only took him like, I don't know, 3 hours tops.
Okay, so we got the engine all taken out, and then Zach did some cleaning here, so got that all cleaned up. And now we are going to replace our hot water heater. So there it is, and it sits way in the back.
We managed to make the boat livable last night. Of course, we've already undone the cleanup that we did, because now we're prepped for day 2. A fiberglass guy already came by, and he's going to modify the engine bed for the new engine. And also, right about 8 a.m., as you can hear that noise, they're sanding the bottom in preparation for the bottom paint. You can see down here, they're working on it. Moving right along. All right, he's getting close to being done cutting the engine bed out. Just a little bit more. We just came outside, saw Gregory on the ladder, and there's the new engine hanging in the air. All right.
Oh, so pretty.
And over here on this side, We got painting going on. All kinds of stuff. So now he's positioning it in there to make sure that that engine bed modification is just where he wants it, and so he can finish that.
After initially cutting the engine bed, they had to have the engine inside to figure out their exact angle for the final cut.
All right, they've got their measurements. Now they're taking it back out. Finish modifying the bed, then we'll put it back in. All right, the guy's gonna do some more cutting on the engine bed to get it just where they want it, but in the meantime, let's go check on the painting. Wow, look at this. Moving right along. Wow, unbelievable, moving fast.
With the engine removed, they made their final cuts and grinds on the engine bed, which would drive us out of the boat as fiberglass dust and gel coat went everywhere.
Well, they've been working on the engine bed mounts for quite a few days now, because it was kind of a big job of cutting it down and figuring out how to redo it, but they've finally finished. It looks really good. It's nice and sturdy. They just showed up with the engine again. So I think if everything goes well, they're about to put it in and bolt it down. That's exciting.
This was just their 7th day working on the boat. We couldn't believe how fast things were moving after the coronavirus had put our lives on hold for so long.
All right, here we go. Next is the bolting on of the motor mounts. We got the engine right here. We got the engine in the kitchen. Gregory back here doing his thing. The crane is leaving for probably the last time. There he is. Now we've dropped it back in. Looking good. We got the engine going in place. Gregory's done for the day. It's Friday, so the weekend's about to start.
Yay for the weekend.
But before he left, we got the engine. It's bolted into place. This is where it's gonna live. Next, got to get all the exhaust system hooked up and the water system, figure out where the Water strainer's gonna go, get the fuel filters in, the fuel line's connected, and that's about it. Get the electrical hooked up, and Gregory's saying that he's hoping that we're done by Wednesday. So he'll be back on Monday, so he thinks he's gonna finish in like 3 days. So yeah, it's getting closer. It'll be be just before the middle of May when that happens. So timing's pretty good. We've got the last of our fluids going through, the fuel. It's firing it up next?
Maybe.
I'm excited for that to happen. How about you, Lindy?
Yes. What am I?
You look so excited over there.
Yeah.
Just push start.
Push start? Hold it down?
That's all.
That's it. Okay.
You know it.
Okay.
Make sure that we're good. All right. Turn it off now.
No?
Power off. So,
Hey! All
Yay!
right.
yeah.
It was a successful day. We almost got everything done with the engine. There's still a few odds and ends to work out in the morning, but we're supposed to do the sea trial tomorrow. So yeah, and they're telling us if everything goes successful with that, then they'll be done with us mostly. So we'll be going and anchoring. So we'll see if that happens. Lindy's got some dinner going. Looks like some bok choy. Looks yummy. What's it gonna be?
Some stir-fried stuff.
I love stir fry. And then out here, oh, you can see it's a mess. I mean, it's like this every single night. We just have to make the best of it, but they've got the lift on us already. So you can see in the morning, they said at about 8 a.m. they'll be lifting us up, painting the little spots where the jack stands were and also the center board, and then we'll just hang while that dries. Gregory will finish up all the little odds and ends he's got, and then they'll put us in the water right there back in the slip, our old home where we stayed for a month during coronavirus, and then we'll head out for the sea trial. So yeah, that's it. So we're in here making breakfast, and all of a sudden the boat started moving.
Good morning.
Here, Lindy. Yeah, it's gonna be four more feet. We're up on straps now. They're about to do the last little bit of painting. All right, go back to breakfast. Looks good. Yeah, Lindy's just up there laying on the couch, drinking her coffee, like nothing's strange. It feels that way inside the boat. Then, you know, you get out and you realize that you're, you know, way up in the air. It's crazy. Oh, all right. They'll let that dry, and we'll go into the slip right there and do the sea trials. I guess we'll be anchoring this evening and be out of the boatyard. The ladder's up a bit higher now too. Gotta get up there. Strange way to go home. And there we go. That's funny. Just sitting in here like it's normal. Nothing's going on. We're not hanging way up in the air.
Yeah.
Just kind of crazy. I can't even tell that the engine is on. Gotcha.
Were you looking at the speed? How fast you were going?
We had 7.2 on the GPS.
And I wanted you to see that. You see there was no vibration.
No, it was just steady.
Like
just
the engine,
perfectly steady.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the noise, it wasn't running.
Right.
Exactly. That's a good performance when you rev it at an RPM. Alignment's off, the engine will be all over the place.
It's just me and Lindy now. We're off the dock and we're headed to anchor, which is pretty crazy. I think I keep saying this is pretty crazy, but it is. So, yeah. Bye-bye to the mega yard. It was our home for a month and a half. Here we are, back on the hook. We're in about the same spot we were before we left. So, time to start cleaning up the boat and then chilling out. Unbelievable. Already better airflow, it's more comfortable here. It's awesome. Less dirty. All right, it's the next day. We've been cleaning the outside of the boat this morning and we're pretty much all done. We've gotten most of all the dust away. But now it's lunchtime and we have ordered takeout from the dinghy dock. And Lindy looked at our credit card statement. Today is May 15th, and the last time we had any sort of restaurant food was when, Lindy?
March 14th.
March 14th. So it was 2 months and 1 day ago. So we're really excited to eat these burgers and fries and onion rings. Few days now back on the boat at anchor, and we've still been cleaning up, still getting all the dust and everything from the boatyard away. Lindy's made, what have you made, Lindy, for dinner tonight?
A sausage, kale, and bean soup.
Oh, that looks good.
With some cheese biscuits.
Awesome. Boy, I'm gonna be chowing down on that. And the news of the day is we got our email from Grenada that we are definitely going to be allowed to check in there, and we've selected our arrival time of June 10th to 12th. Of course, we may move that depending on the weather, but that's what it is right now. and that's 3 weeks away. We'll also be stocking up on provisions and just loading the boat full. And because when we get there, we'll have 14 more days of quarantine, and we actually have to take a coronavirus test, so we'll get tested for the coronavirus. Today is May 31st. It's about 2.5 months since the lockdown here began, and St. Maarten is finally opened back up. And as you can hear, the party's already started. There's like a big concert over there. Things are starting to change. So, yep, it's the evening. What have you made, Lindy?
Eggplant lasagna and focaccia with rosemary and garlic.
Well,
sourdough focaccia.
Wow. It looks delicious. We've still got about 1 more week before we're going to be able to leave for Grenada. And we're paying close attention to the weather, doing lots of work on the boat. Today is June 4th, it's Thursday. We're leaving on Sunday, which will be the 7th. And we've been grocery shopping like every day, just filling up our pantries, starting to get our fresh stocked supplies up. You know, all of these cabinets are good and full. I worked on getting the water tanks full and the diesel tanks. They're all full already. I'll make 1 more water run before we go, but other than that, we've just been doing a lot of checking on the boat systems to make sure everything's ready to go. Basically anything that could be really dangerous, we've double checked. We've inspected all of our under the waterline plumbing and the through holes. I did find one piece here. I had to replace it. It came apart in my hand. That was pretty surprising and a really potential for a dangerous situation. So I'm glad I found that, but that's really the only thing we found in our inspecting to that was any problem.
I'm checking my list to see what we got today and what we didn't get and what we don't need, but what we really do.
Lindy's already started working on the passage food. She'll have 3 days worth of food already prepared for us, so we won't have to do too much cooking and prep while we're on the way.
I've made the eggplant lasagna and I made sausage balls. I'm gonna make some chicken salad, some salmon salad, some pasta salad, a quinoa salad, some sort of burritos, and blueberry muffins, or some kind of muffin.
We'll spend the next 3 days just getting everything ready, and we've got to go to Customs and Immigration, get checked out of the country, and then we'll just start resting, because about 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, we'll go out of the lagoon and head towards Grenada. 3-day passage. Can't believe it's getting close, so yeah, that's about it.
We are still working on our preparations for our sail to Grenada. Zach is out here cleaning the bottom of the boat. Shouldn't need much help since we just had it painted, but he's checking the propeller and just the general condition. And while he's doing that, I am down here prepping more food. I have made some pasta salad. I boiled some eggs, and I'm about to make some chicken salad and some quinoa salad. We took a huge load, or I guess probably like 3 loads of laundry to the laundry this morning. So we'll pick that up this evening, and I think that's about it. Probably gonna go out to dinner since I'm spending all day cooking. Doubtful I want to cook another meal, but we'll see. All right.
We just made our final trip to the grocery store. It's Friday today, so we've still got 1 more full day before we leave on Sunday. So Lindy is absolutely stuffing the freezer full of meat.
But in that freezer is 8 chicken breasts, 2 skirt steaks, 2 pork chops, a sirloin, a 1.5 pounds of ground beef, a tube, which is 1 pound of ground turkey. I think that's it. I don't know. It's probably like a month's worth of meat in there.
We've really went hard on the produce, so we're filling that up. Still a lot of refrigerated produce here to put away. Yeah. Got some onions hanging up over there. Not too much more to do. Tomorrow morning we'll take a bus into Phillipsburg and go through the checkout process. So yeah, we're getting really close to it.
Stay tuned for our next episode where we set out on an epic 3-day passage from St Maarten to Grenada.
Sausage balls, so I need to... I'm gonna make some